Peace and love. Let's do a Lenormand reading for the fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries for July. We'll do 6 cards, and we'll also do a couple of oracles. At the end, I'll pull a guardian angel message card, tarot card, a couple of them to clarify. My name is Jewel, by the way, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Let's do a Lenormand for the fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Leo, Sag, Aries. Thank you, Spirit. What messages do you have for us? Thank you. The scythe, cutting away. All right. The bear. The cross. The child. The lily. And the letter. On the bottom we have the bird, so some communication coming in. Right? Verbal. But we also have the letter, so for some of us we might receive a text or email. All right, so first off, we have the scythe, so the idea of leaving things behind, clearing the path for something new, right? That's the type of energy the scythe brings in. So for some of us, it's the same reading either way. For some of us, something that we've worked on for a while, all right? We need to move away from it, or we need to cut it away. It could be anything, because it brings burdens here with the cross. Something that's heavy and burdensome that we've had in our life for a long period of time needs to be cut away with the scythe, okay? Also, in that same idea, but opposite, something beautiful comes in, all right? If you focus on nurturing yourself, loving yourself, and following your intuition and your spiritual purpose here with the cross, right? So we have two things there. The cutting away and bringing in a new energy, something that you're destined to do. We know that because we have the child out here, this brings up the energy of new beginnings, all right, starting fresh, new ideas, clearing the way, moving away from burdens and lightening up the load, all right? The child in the lily to me speaks of like innocence. So going towards a more light way or light-hearted way of living or seeing things, okay? Making sure that you're communicating to yourself in a kind manner with this. But for some of us, we'll receive some communication about a new beginning, something that will bring peace into our lives, right? Good news coming in. We have two forms of communication in this reading. Let's see. We have peace. We have compassion. And we have clearing. So that's what we're focusing on for July. This is going to bring about success in your life. All right, Spirit is saying that you need to make sure that you are speaking your truth and that you're walking in your authenticity. All right. Innovation means that you have something new to bring to the table. You have something important to share, something that's different than anybody else. All right. And you need to be sure of that. Okay. It's whatever it is, it's powerful because we have the cross out. All right. So we have the lilies. We have peace here. Moving away from things that held us back in the past here with the scythe. All right. That's our way to a peaceful life. Living a peaceful life where we're able to have more of a light-hearted energy, okay? Releasing the heaviness that we've had in the past. Having compassion, with ourselves. what we were saying earlier about speaking to yourself in a kind manner. As you're releasing things, sometimes it's hard to release things from the past. You hold on to ideas, you hold on to things that you said, what I said to this person, what they said to me. Spirit is saying, allow those things to go. Give thanks for those experiences, give thanks for those lessons, all right? And move past them, all right? Be compassionate with yourself as you move into new cycles in your life, honoring and giving thanks to the past, okay? But moving confidently into the future, knowing that Spirit has something in store for you with the cross, believing in that, being sure in that, having peace in that, okay? Clearing the way, obviously, here with the calcite, with the scythe. In order to allow beautiful things to come into our lives, we have to let the baggage go. That's what Spirit is saying with this reading. All right. Anytime we, look at divination, it's a beautiful tool, but the tool also requires us to be participants in it. If you know that something in your life is weighing you down, something is heavy, then you start making those changes. And if you're not in a position to make those changes, you at least acknowledge that there's something that needs to change, all right? And that's when you can get your spirit team in there and you can say, what can we do to lighten up this load? What can we do to bring a more lighthearted energy into my life? And I've talked about this a lot in my readings recently. The world is heavy right now. The world has always been heavy. But right now, a lot of people are waking up because they can see it. There's been a time when only certain people have been able to see the difficulties and the heaviness that happens around us. Of course, if you're spiritually minded, you've always been aware of it. But even for those who are just going about their lives, maybe they're not living a life like this where they're getting readings or they're communicating with spirit, they're starting to see things that they didn't see before. They're starting to see some of the trickery in the world, okay? And these things can be jarring, they can be heavy, all right? So while those things are going on, while those things are true, we still have to take care of the physical and the spiritual body, okay? So we have to find ways to operate and navigate in this world of heaviness. So clearing away as much as we can is going to always be the key. Focusing on our spiritual life is going to always be the key. Nurturing is going to always be the key with the bear. The bear deals with power, self-power, leadership, those energies. But it also deals with care. The bear knows when to hibernate and knows when to rest, resting the body, being at peace with who you are here, with the bear and the lily. Recognizing the past, okay, but not allowing yourself to be constantly attached to it. Freeing yourself from it, okay? Not saying that we don't give thanks for those things and that we don't love those. Maybe we love those people. Maybe we love those situations. We can still have love in our heart for those people, but we might have to move away from them in order to grow properly. We might have to leave that job. We might have to move into a different location. Whatever it is for you, okay, you will know how it fits into your life, right? Let's see. Communication again. All right, for some of us, we could have had issues with our finances, with the fish. Spirit is saying that things will get better. But then also the flow with the fish, the flow. Making sure that we are communicating to ourselves properly, making sure that we're listening to spiritual communication so that we can flow through difficult times here with the clouds. Times are where we're dealing with things that are uncertain, right? That's what I get with that. Closing out old chapters, ready to open up a new book, start fresh, all right? Doesn't mean that you burn the old book. It means you just close the chapter, all right? And then we're starting fresh. Spirit is saying we can start fresh. We're always able to start fresh. We might not be able to do it overnight, but, starting fresh doesn't mean you have to get up and relocate. It's not about that. Starting fresh could just be how you see yourself, how you approach yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you see your life, the vision you have for your future. All those things are starting fresh. Starting fresh doesn't require you to have everything in place. It's a mindset. Okay, so we can start fresh with a new mindset. All right, the imprints, creation, abundance, and action. Beautiful things coming in. All right, beautiful things that you already have. Being thankful for what you already have. Being thankful for what you've already created here with the bear card. All right, because the bear also talks about things that have been built and created over time. Entrepreneurship, things like that. Things that you put your heart and soul into. Things that you've nurtured. Nurturing yourself here, as we see this mother with this baby, making sure that you're being compassionate and that you're loving yourself. All right, that you're speaking kindly, that you're pouring light into your being. The Nine of Earth, working towards true self-sufficiency. All right, self-sufficiency with the Nine of Earth. They say contentment, luxury, independence, independence of spirit. All right, it doesn't mean that you necessarily have. The Pentacles deal with the finances. All right, so it is a contentment with your finances, but it's also a contentment with yourself spiritually. This particular woman on this card, or the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, is somebody who's truly confident in who they are and what they've created and what they've amassed. All right, they can be at peace with themselves no matter what's going on outside. They can be at peace on the inside. That's the Nine of Pentacles. Being at peace with who you are here. We have that here with the blue calcite energy. This particular energy, the Nine of Earth, the compassion, not holding on to negative ideas, clouding our vision with negative ideas that hold us back and keep us weighed down. This person knows that they can release those things. Okay? Give thanks for the lesson, but release it and move forward, moving towards clearing. Okay? On the bottom here, we have the Four of Fire, prosperity, contentment, celebration. The idea with this reading is being content, okay? Loving yourself, realizing that you have power, moving towards your purpose, okay? Clearing things from the past, and having that vision or creating that vision or believing in that vision that you have for yourself. All right? Strength, courage, compassion. All right. Take care. Peace.